Welcome to Clover Farm, and on this particular video, Clover Lake in particular. In this video we're going to have lots of bird life. We're going to eat some beautiful food on the bank and in the cafe as well, and yeah, we're also going to have some beautiful sunsets, and obviously we're going to catch some fish. This is the Three Musketeers, Clover Farm 2026, Clover Lake. Let's do this. First up, me and Dougie arrived at the venue at 10 o'clock and we had to hit that cafe for a fry up. We got to the pitches, we're on peg 71, 72 and 73, plus me to pick number 71, which is the most uneven ground for me on this first van video. So welcome back to the bearded carp puller, and yeah, it's that time again. We are on the bank, believe it or not, and we are at Clover Lake. I say we because it's me, Dougie, Dan, the Three Musketeers. We're out on the bank again. We're at Clover Farm and we're fishing on the Clover Lake, a lake which has got, I think by the sounds of it, it's got quite a lot of 20s, good head of 20s, some 30s, and maybe a couple close to 40. I'm not too sure. No catfishing or anything in here, which is good because I don't want one of them. And yeah, we're on 71, 72 and 73. I'm on 71, which is a corner peg. All three of these pegs have been producing fish last week. Each one's produced a nice 30-pound mirrors. I think the one that I'm on has had a 36-pound mirror. So yeah, all three of them are fishing really well, and lucky enough we can jump straight on behind them. Probably the pegs that everyone wanted. So yeah, we are lucky we jumped onto these, and yeah, fired two out towards the corner, doing something a bit different than everyone else. Everyone else seems to be fishing towards the island, using the bait boats, putting a lot of bait in, buoys and scattering buoys over the top. So I have kept it really simple, and I've put two rods out towards my corner margin. One of them has a Northern Specials pink wafter on it, and all I've done was a little mesh bag there with some pellet and some sea seymour pellet and some crushed sea seymour live system in there. Just a little mouthful, that's it. I've done that one down the corner. I've done another one down the corner, the same little mesh bag with a Northern Special yellow pop-up, and then I've fired one out. Rather than going towards the island, I've gone mid-water, and again I've just put a sea seymour live system on there with a little topper, little 8mm topper on that, and again with a little mesh bag as well. So it's just a mouthful. Plenty of fish in here. It's fishing well. I don't want to put loads of bait in there and maybe scare the fish away, so I'll come in here with just a mouthful, and hopefully we can nick one and then we can see where they are and work from that. But yeah, right now we're going to get a cup of coffee. Oh, and we've got a new van. I'll talk more about that in a bit, but right now I need a cup of coffee, I think. And yeah, we are fishing out of a van, something new for me. I'm dead excited, and I'll explain more in a bit.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone.
So just coming up to 5:30, and yeah, it is bloody hot, very hot and stuffy. I've done the rods for the night. I've put one out just literally really close to the margin, well, just to the right hand side of me, one in that corner where the wind's been blowing in all day, and then I've cast one probably like 20 foot off the island. Everyone seems to be casting to the island, except the swans are smashing up a lot of bait. They know where the bait is, they know where the fish is. So yeah, right now just been chilling out for a bit, had a little nap with the boys, and now we're gonna just make myself some food. So we've got some, let's have a look. We've got some sausages going here. I'm gonna make ourselves some sausage with some mashed potato and some onion gravy. So yeah, that's our tea. Well, that's my tea. Let's get this cooked. It's so hot. Thank God I've got this fan. But yeah, on the fishing front, just a couple of liners for me. Dan's had a few liners, Dougie's had a few liners, and actually had a fish as well. First fish, 19-pound mirror. So yeah, we'll put that up here. And yeah, Dougie's first off the mark. So hopefully it keeps going. See you in a bit. It's me dinner served. Sausage, mash, onion gravy. Just need one of these rods to rattle off now. Fingers crossed. So let's give you a little tour of the new van. So basically I've always wanted to do have a little camper van as such. I've been watching the camper van YouTube channels for a while, and I've really enjoyed them. And the thought of just travelling around for a night or two, and yeah, I just love it. And obviously mixed in with the fishing as well is a bonus. I couldn't afford a van. I couldn't afford a camper van to kid them up either, and I was looking for cheap alternatives, and this come up basically. This is a 1994 Toyota Estima, I think it is, or something like that. It's quite long. It's like a little minivan, and yeah, it came up for £420 with 3 months MOT. So yeah, I went and bought it. Scrapped me of a car which was ready for the scrap anyway, and yeah, we started doing it up. To a no build camper basically. So we've still got the seats in there the original seats in there. I took one out, that's it. And the idea is that I can make a single bed into it, but also if I take the kids anywhere, we can all fit in the car still. So yeah, since buying it, the exhaust has fell off, which I've bought a new one ready. Not the exhaust, it's the back bit has fell off. I bought a new one which is going to be fitted soon, but yeah, I didn't have time before this trip. But anyway, let's show you the inside of this place. So literally just got a single bed here, which is just a memory foam topper with a cot mattress, and then obviously underneath there's the original chairs which fold down into beds anyway. I've got another chair here which I can use as a chair or whatever I'm going to use it as. I made these blackouts curtains kind of things, so it's just stick into the windows. They're just like the bubble screen wrap, and then one side I've got the black like you see out here, and then the other side I've put the carpet wallpaper in there to make it look a bit smart. I've got one for the back as well, but I not put it up yet, but because I like keeping an eye on Dougie and Dan, see if we've got any fish. Yeah, so then we just got a little mini cool box here, and a little bit of cooking and some snacks and stuff in there, some bits stored underneath. It's quite messy, but yeah, I can't wait to try and sleep in here tonight. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the baby. Look at that. That's what it's about. Beautiful. So that's what it's about. I'm going to chill here now, watch the sunset. Hopefully I'll be back soon with a fish, but I'm going to make myself a coffee, settle in for the night, and fingers crossed I'll see you soon with a fish. Let's go. So it's a beautiful morning. The ducks and the geese are definitely making noise. Some babies just literally right behind me as well. And someone's rod is screaming. Get on. Yeah, just gone 6 o'clock. First night in the van, sleeping. What can I say? It wasn't that comfortable, I'll be honest. I'm not saying that my bed chair's comfortable either, because it is but yeah, this is a bit more uncomfortable. I've ended up turning around. I originally had my head at that end, but where the car's leaning, it's actually leaning backwards and sideways like this, so I could feel like I was upside down pretty much, and I thought, I can't sleep like this, so I've put my head at this end and I'm resting on the cool box. It's still a bit snug, it's still a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, definitely needs some work. This ain't cutting it for me, but yeah, nice. Woke up at 6 o'clock, I went to sleep about 10:30. I was drained on the drive. I woke up at 5:30 yesterday, and because I was excited to get down here like a kid at Christmas. So yeah, got an early night. Now it's 6 o'clock, and yeah, no bites, nothing. I didn't even have a liner during the night, to be fair. I was expecting so on the other side of the lake, on the island, there was like a couple of fish rolling. I used Dougie's boat and put one over there, and then halfway across the lake there were some bubbles. So I took a rod and put one there as well. But yeah, didn't materialise into anything. So yeah, not sure if Dougie or Dan have had anything during the night, but I think we're gonna chill back here, watch the water, and try and figure out what I gotta do, because of yeah, I'm not blanking this session, no chance. Let's watch the water and see what I can do.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me?
So we got some sausages cooking. Just making up some more mesh bags, and we have a plan of action. But first, the rods are out of the water. I'm gonna make me sausage sandwich, eat that, get the rods back in, and with our plan of action, fingers crossed, producing some fish. Let's go. So just coming up to 11 o'clock and still nothing. I sat here this morning and I was eating my sausage sandwich and having a cup of coffee, and I was just watching everyone doing the same thing basically. They were driving their boats out to the island, dropping a load of bait off close to the island. Dougie next door has actually had 2 fish from that as well, and guy on the other side of Dan has had a couple of fish during the night from doing the same thing. But yeah, I still feel like doing something different will help on this venue, especially when it's fully booked and there's like, what is it, 18 pegs and all got 3 rods each. Say there's a lot of rods in the water. So I've dropped one down the margin now with a little mesh bag of the CC Moore pellet, and my pellet's been soaked in the CC Moore pellet liquid plus the feeder stem liquid as well, so it's all soaked in nice. And that's just a little mesh bag down the margin, and then I've done a scattering of CC More live system over the top, and that's gone on to, that's on a Pacific tuna, little subtle pink pop-up. No particular reason. I've wanted to use a pop-up because of it's quite a lot of the wind's been pushing in there, so there's a lot of stuff on the bottom there. But and obviously I think that they feed them the pellet in here, so the fish quite like the pellet. So I'm thinking that fishy bait, pink, hopefully that might attract the fish. And then the other two rods I've decided to put on the same spot, which is mid-water, straight out in front of me. And I've got one of them on the CC More live system, same mesh bags, both of them are on mesh bags. One's on a CC More live system, the other one is on CC More Pro Liver stem. I've never caught anything on this yet, but people do have success on them, but they smell disgusting. And then I've done again scattering of CC More boilies over the top of both of them. Well, it's probably about 40 boilies over the top of them, and yeah, that's going to be my tactic, something different than everyone else, and fingers crossed it works. Right, just chill out, watch the water, and hopefully one of these rods melts off. Just coming up to 7:30, and not a lot has happened throughout the day. The rods have stayed silent. I've left them where they are, scattered a few more boilies over the top. Or fish has just rolled right on top of them, on both rods. Yes, that's the first bit I've seen, right on top of my spot. So fingers crossed one of them rods go. And yeah, basically sun's starting to go down now. It's cooling down a bit, and the fish are moving around a bit more, pretty much like last night. Not much has happened throughout the day, apart from aeroplane watching. If you like aeroplane watching, loads of aeroplanes can fly over the top, and the fish again crashing out a bit further out. Yeah, playing flying over the top. And if you like bird life like Jerry Springer, where the birds all fight each other, you might like that as well, because of that's been my entertainment for the whole weekend so far, as the aeroplanes and the birds fighting each other. But yeah, fingers crossed, that's a good sign. That fish just rolled literally on my spot, the first top thing I've seen, so fingers crossed I can pick one up. And again, so that's 3 times that a fish has rolled on that spot. So yeah, I sit back. I've got the boxing coming on tonight. I've got the other coach at the gym I coach at, Mason Shaw. He's boxing on Gorilla Promotions. So I'm going to watch that, and then I'm going to hopefully flip it over to watch the Wardley and Dubois tear up, because I think that's going to be just bombs. So yeah, cider open, first one of the weekend. Let's watch the boxing. Fingers crossed. That fish rolling is a sign of what's to come. So there we have it. Patience is a bliss. Yeah, I was sure I was on the spots yesterday when the fish were rolling. A bit more later on in the evening, they ended up being a bit more against the bank again, and Dougie said to me, do you want to use the boat and get close to him? And I was, no, I'm going to sit here and be patient. I feel like it's going to happen. I was full of confidence on the bait and where they were. It was just a matter of if they turned up, and if they didn't, they didn't. But yeah, lucky for me, one did at 6:30 this morning, and that went £27 and 4 ounce mirror. So a new PB mirror for me. The biggest before that was like £18, probably like 5 years ago on Apex. So the aim coming on this trip was to catch a £20 mirror, and I've done that, so I'm well happy with that. And there's still time for more. I caught that on a 2 rods in the middle, like I said, with a little mesh bag. That one was on the Seas Timor 15mm live system bottom bait. So yeah, I swapped all the rods over to that now. All Dougie's fish have come from the bottom as well, bottom bait. So all the rods on the bottom now, and that's scattering the boilies over the top of the 2 rods. So fingers crossed, we might be able to nick another one if we're lucky. Get it, we're off the mark. Unfortunately, nothing else happened. As you may see, I'm not on the bank anymore. I'm at the unit. I passed it on the way home, so I thought I'd drop the fishing gear back in and do a little bit of work, pack some orders. But yeah, just wanted to say until next time, tight lines, wet nets, and I'll see you all soon. Just before I finish, I'm going to say that Danny boy ended up blanking. Tough session for him. I was kind of hoping it would all nick one. I just managed to one fish, and that was a £27 and 4 ounces. Maybe a fluke, like a lot of my fishing, to be fair. And Dougie boy ended up with five carp, I think. And he was driving the boat straight to the island and dropping them off really close. And yeah, I think his biggest was 25, £25, I think, something like that. So it looked a lovely fish as well. I had a massive head on it and a massive shoulder. It was quite short and stumpy, but it was a big fat boy, a lovely fish. So yeah, has it put me off going to Coking Farm? Has it? Heck, I can't wait to get back down there. I love the look of the place. I loved do you know what? It's one of their fisheries as well where I've been there, and all the other anglers seem to be top notch. You know, you can speak to them. A couple of boys are jumping on after us, and they spoke to us, said, "Oh, any tips or whatever?" And we put them on Dougie's spot. But yeah, the guy behind us fishing the other lake, which looked a nice little lake. I think he was a regular there. The owners kept popping over and seeing him. He was very helpful as well. Nice chap as well. Everyone's happy to just have a little natter, and that's kind of what I want from a fishery. I love the fact I could park on the swim, especially with the van. Maybe the next time I'll pick a level peg, and I like the fact that there is a lot of fish to go at, and on that lake, for instance, if I was going to catch a fish, most likely it was going to be a 20-pounder. So well happy with that. And yeah, let's go again. Till next time, tight lines, wet nets, and I'll see you all soon.